development plan. As the rains have begun, agricultural programs geared towards food security and targeted exports will be discussed with farmers. It will allow the President to also listen to farmers and learn about issues impacting on crop production and animal husbandry. He will also re-echo his call for social cohesion and unity in the pursuit of peace, security, and socio-economic development. For the first part of the tour, the presidential delegation will hold meetings in the North Bank region and Central River region, while the rest of the week will be spent in the Upper River region. Over the weekend, the delegation will also stop in parts of the Central River region and Lower River region. The final leg of the tour will take place in the Greater Banjul area with a mega meeting in the capital city of Banjul. The presidential delegation will depart Banjul at 9:30 a.m. on Monday, and all those accompanying the delegation are expected to cross over to the North Bank at least an hour before the president's departure. Now, moving on, and staying with the presidency, dozens of APRC party executives, former parliamentarians and governors have pledged their loyalty and support to the President, His Excellency Adama Barrow. The former ruling party bigwigs made this declaration at State House during a meeting with President Barrow. As we hear in this report by Modu Jallo, the declaration could potentially deal a heavy blow to the APRC, which is currently embroiled in a bitter leadership tussle.
The leaders who run the party machinery at the grassroots level. It's evident that the hands of the opposition seem to have sent the party in disarray. These members are ready to break with the past and embrace the current ruling dispensation. One after the other, they expressed allegiance to the president and his development agenda, vying to do all they can to convince their followers to do the same.
Well, the way the team in Gambia like this. That this take my promise, I want to walk with you, Bunyo Bugambia Sakanamakana. Sigara am tay, sigara am elek, na ko support. Dem kanam Gambia la buga. Mr. President, bo ñu OAS ko ñu jappalé la pour jëm kanam réew mi. Nañ taxaw ñu jappalé la ci dem kanam réew mi.
Soon after they had left, a similarly powerful group of former APRC parliamentarians and governors arrived to deliver a similar message. Political reality has caught up with these APRC party heavyweights who once ran the country unchallenged and are now keen to put their skills and experience to work in support of the president. Adama Cham, a former National Assembly member for Suguda, spoke of their desire to unreservedly swap their political allegiance in favor of the president, dismissing the APRC party as irrelevant in the current political realities of the Gambia.
Nada katandina ko, bekoma bi, bekoma sa. Niko sama, niko bi.
This was affirmed by former Governor Larin Queen Jammeh, who informed the president that they had come together under the umbrella organization called Local Initiative for Peace Support, which according to him aims to build and sustain peace and reconciliation. He assured the president of their support at all times, especially given their influence and experience at the local level.
Ning alamata lajini, ndarata ko mafulu labang. Aretele na fina. Ning alayati, nturbe table ko mafulu labang.
Isofan Cham, political advisor to the president, who played an important role in convincing these APRC top brass to abandon the party, welcomed them, praising their boldness and wisdom in embracing change. This decision again opens a new page in Gambian politics, as they have vast experience which could be harnessed in favor of President Barrow. Henry Gomez, a top advisor of the president, urged unity amongst Gambians, arguing that political bickering and tribalism only impedes the Gambia's development. The GPDP leader observed that as a people, we should narrow our differences by focusing on what unites us rather than the differences, worrying that government will not compromise the peace and stability of the country. President Barrow welcomed them to the State House, praising their political maturity as a genuine desire to break with the past. He said that as a president, his doors are always open to anyone who is willing to work with him in the pursuit of national development, arguing that the country needs all hands on deck to progress.
Allah najam bi musiro balti punde. Amra siro balo pour Gambia fanay. Ñu fara ñu tan le ka Gambia mo punkri. Gambia ñon de dunia ko. ya tell them the Siri Jack. Experience the Siri Jack.
The president described this political rapprochement as a historic opportunity to settle differences and attain national reconciliation, commending these party stalwarts for their courage and sense of responsibility. He reaffirmed his commitment to democracy and the rule of law, pledging to make the Gambia a model for other countries. Earlier, the president received members of the Ajamad Federation, an umbrella organization which brings together Jola dialects to promote solidarity and national development. They were led by Abdullah Kujabi, a former intelligence chief, who wants to spare the drive to reconcile Ajamad and destroy any notion that they opposed President Barrow. He said that the federation is not politically affiliated, but is a major partner with government to accelerate the development agenda. Duke Sano, a senior member of the UDP party, who had been instrumental in building bridges with the people of Fonyi, calls on the members of the Ajamad Federation to forget past political differences and embrace a more reconciliatory approach based on trust and unity. The president, His Excellency Adam Barrow, said he was greatly honored to receive such influential members of the Ajamad ethnic group who have defied the odds to reach out to his government. He described the move as a bold initiative driven by a genuine desire to foster reconciliation and national development. The president described Fonyi as an indivisible part of the Gambia, which is entitled to all rights and privileges, and his government would not discriminate against them in any way or form. The Ghanaian leader finally urged them to match their words with actions by reaching out to their people back home with the message of peace and reconciliation.
That's Mamadou Jallow giving us a clear picture of busy engagements at the presidency on Saturday. Now, moving on, the management of the Dongoraba Health Center has received an ambulance from a philanthropist in Switzerland. The ambulance comes at a time when the community is in dire need of such a facility to help in the evacuation of patients to major health centers during emergencies. Our farmer Kani tells us more. Now, staying with the presidency, we go back to our top story because of the poor sound quality. Former parliamentarians and governors of the former regime have pledged their loyalty and support to the president, His Excellency Adama Barrow. The former ruling party bigwigs made this declaration at State House during a meeting with President Adama Barrow. During a meeting, Mamadou Jallow reports the declaration could potentially deal a heavy blow to the APRC, which is currently embroiled in a bitter leadership tussle.
We welcomed several top members of the former ruling party at the State House. The first batch of APRC party executives included leaders who ran the party machinery at the grassroots level. Its defeat at the hands of the opposition seemed to have sent the party in disarray, and these members are ready to break with the past and embrace the current ruling dispensation. One after the other, they expressed allegiance to the president and his development agenda, vying to do all they can to convince their followers to do the same.
Man lu ma indi fii mooy Gambia laa gis te bis ni ki tey maa ngi laa promise that I want to work with you bu ñu yóbbu Gambia sa kanam a kanam.
Man maa ngi si gannaawam tey maa ngi si gannaawam ëllëg naa ko support ndik dem kanam Gambia la buga.
Mr. President, boo ñu ooyee si kaw ñu jàppale la pour jëm kanami réew mi dinañ taxaw ñu jàppale la si dem kanami réew mi.
Soon after they had left, a similarly powerful group of former APRC parliamentarians and governors arrived to deliver a similar message. Political reality has caught up with these APRC party heavyweights, who once ran the country unchallenged and are now keen to put their skills and experience to work in support of the president. Adama Cham, a former National Assembly member for Sukuta, spoke of their desire to unreservedly swap their political allegiance in favor of the president, dismissing the APRC party as irrelevant in the current political realities of the Gambia.
Nata katandila ko, mbe koma bi, mbe koma sama. Niko sama, nko sama. Niko bi, nko bi.
This was reaffirmed by former Governor Lamin Queen Jammeh, who informed the president that they had come together under the umbrella organization called Local Initiative for Peace Support, which according to him aims to build and sustain peace and reconciliation. He assured the president of their support at all times, especially given their influence and experience at the local level.
Ning ala nata lajini ntarata ko mafolu labango ala yetele na fena ning ala yake ntolbe tarle ko mafolu labango.
Yusufa Cham, political advisor to the president, who played an important role in convincing these APRC top brass to abandon the party, welcomed them, praising their boldness and wisdom in embracing change. This decision, he argued, opens a new page in Gambian politics, as they have vast experience which could be harnessed in favor of President Barrow. Henry Gomez, a top advisor of the president, urged unity amongst Gambians, arguing that political bickering and tribalism only impedes the Gambia's development. The GPDP leader observed that as a people, we should narrow our differences by focusing on what unites us rather than the differences, warning that government will not compromise the peace and stability of the country. President Barrow welcomed them to the State House, praising their political maturity as a genuine desire to break with the past. He said that as a president, his doors are always open to anyone who is willing to work with him in the pursuit of national development, arguing that the country needs all hands on deck to progress.
Allah najam bi mu sewo balti pour ndey xamé sewo balom pour Gambia fanay ñim fana ñi tan dile ka fa Gambia mu bunklineti Gambia ñonte dunia ko wewo ñi tan bi ni ajal tel men be siri jak experience jamal be siri ñokanja.
The president described this political rapprochement as a historic opportunity to settle differences and attain national reconciliation, commending these party stalwarts for their courage and sense of responsibility. He reaffirms his commitment to democracy and the rule of law, pledging to make the Gambia a model for other countries. Earlier, the president received members of the Ajamat Federation, an umbrella organization which brings together Jola dialects to promote solidarity and national development. They were led by Abdullah Kujabi, a former intelligence chief, who wants to spare the drive to reconcile Ajamat and dispel any notion that they oppose President Barrow. He said that the Federation is not politically affiliated, but is ready to partner with government to accelerate the development agenda. Dusano, a senior member of the UDP party, who had been instrumental in building bridges with the people of Fonyi, calls on to members of the Ajamat Federation to forget past political differences and embrace a more reconciliatory approach based on trust and unity. The President, His Excellency Adama Barrow, said he was greatly honored to receive such influential members of the Ajamat ethnic group who have defied the odds to reach out to his government. He described the move as a bold initiative driven by a genuine desire to foster reconciliation and national development. The president described Fonyi as an indivisible part of the Gambia, which is entitled to all rights and privileges, saying his government would not discriminate against them in any way or form. The Gambian leader finally urged them to match their words with actions by reaching out to their people back home with the message of peace and reconciliation. Mamadou Jallo, GRTS News.
Mamadou Jallo there. Now moving on, bankers in the Gambia are looking to support macroeconomic landscape to consolidate the Gambia's new national development plan. In its third annual Bankers Day celebration dinner at the Kairaba Beach Hotel, witnessed by bankers from different groups, stakeholders in the private sector, as well as government officials, the Banking Society outlined its first commitment to the National Development Roadmap. Senabu Jain tells us more.
Banks in a mushrooming financial sector, investors in the banking sector in the Gambia are enjoying steady growth and less regulation. For many years, the sector has been blamed for its low lending capacity and high interest rates, despite the open setting and fewer restrictions on foreign exchange transactions. Yet that might change for more commitment to corporate social undertakings as the Bankers Association looks to support the National Development Blueprint. In its third annual celebration of Bankers Day, the sector emerges with an ambitious theme to support the microeconomic environment and the National Development Roadmap. Here, a live band entertains the crowd of bankers led by the president of the Gambia's Bankers Association, Nuha Marena, who told his colleagues that the celebration is meant to serve as a unifying forum bringing together all key stakeholders in the banking industry, government, the private sector, and the general public under one roof to interact informally and discuss the achievements of the association.
We don't only talk about what is current in the market. We also talk about how to develop the capacity in the market, the human capital in the banking industry. And it is in this regard that the association prudently and proactively established the Gambia Institute of Bankers, where we train professional bankers.
Established in 2002 through the collective efforts of commercial heads in the banking industry, the association now has up to 280 banks, with the profession and sector relying on training to maintain new standards and advances. The association aims to focus energy towards increased capacity building of banking staff. The Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, Modu Cisse, outlined the challenges faced by the Gambian economy, which he said is undergoing recovery with economic growth recorded a GDP score of 3.0% in 2017, compared to 2.2% in 2016. Cisse further added that in the medium term, growth is projected to reach 4.0%.
Headline inflation has declined from 8.8% in January 2017 to 7.4% in October 2017, reflecting the stabilization of the dollar and a gradual decrease in food prices. Average consumer price index as of end 2016 stood at 7.2%, but it accelerated to 8.1% by end year 2017.
The Registrar of the Bankers Association, Bernard James Mane, read out the 2018 Annual Activity Report of the Bankers Association and the list of graduates who have completed their chartered banking programs.
In April 2017, the Institute was represented at the 22nd World Conference of Banking Institute held in Lagos, Nigeria, by the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Pama Kumbanjai, and myself. The Institute also participates in many international teleconferences, which led to the formation of Global Council of Banking Institute and Global Banking Education Standard Board. The Gambia is a member of both of these world bodies.
The annual dinner, happening for the third time now, ended with a vote of thanks delivered by the Director of Zenith Bank, who underscored the need for the sectional development objectives through contributions to the microeconomic and Zainab Jan for GRTS News.
Now, the Ma Foundation for Women has launched a scheme to support women farmers across the country and boost the economy. On Saturday, the foundation staged a symposium on the theme, The Way Forward for Women in Agriculture, meant to empower women farmers across the country. As we in this report by Kumbaba, the forum drew participants from the Upper River and Central River region, respectively, to reflect on the achievements as well as challenges facing farmers.
This is the first symposium organized by the Ma Foundation for Women. The program aims to empower women farmers engaged in agriculture, creating a platform to enable women farmers achieve food security and a sustainable development goal. Is the main drive of the foundation, which is currently the program. Fatmata Jawara Dukure is the CEO of the Ma Foundation for Women.
Ma Foundation for Women is actually the belief I have in the struggle of a woman and the respect I have for women. I trust women and I see that the women go through, especially in their agricultural activities. So I believe that one cannot all, so I decided that let it come in a form of a foundation whereby we can work as a network and team so that we can have much and better production or results, as you call it there.
Established in 2017, the foundation has made significant strides in promoting the welfare of women and assisting development in grassroots communities.
after 1 year since the foundation was launched, I can boast for taking 15 women to the trade fair in Kaulak, which is an international event, and I'm very happy that most of the participants came back with more knowledge and courage, because most of them, at least 80% of the participants that I took, were like they have never left the source of Gambia, and they were so inspired and happy about it.
The foundation is focused on positively impacting and shaping the lives of rural women with an evolving skill targeting communities in the Upper River region and Central River region. The Women's Bureau assured its partnership and commitment to support the foundation meet its objective of women empowerment.
Since the days he was launching the program in Gambia, we have been partnering here, and this partnership will continue, because Fanmata cannot go without Women's Bureau, because Women's Bureau is the umbrella body of the women in this country. So we'll partner with her for sure.
The president of the National Farmers Platform also hailed the MAF Foundation for its foresight and stated her association's readiness to forge a viable partnership to advance the livelihood of women farmers.
One of our key roles is to advocate for women, so farmers in general. This will be one of our priority areas where we will look at all the issues, and we'll try to have that partnership, or try to have that link with them, try to know some of the concerns that they had, and try to forward it to any necessary or any partner that will be able to support this group.
Tata Musukora Mbai is the president of the Senegalo-Gambia Network for Women. She emphasized the significant role women continue to play in society and commended the foundation for putting women first. The foundation is designed to complement government's effort at gender parity and equality, promoting the welfare of women amid efforts to increase their contribution in national development, and especially ensure that women farmers live a dignified lives. Reporting for Grts News, I am Kumbaba.
Time now for our first break. When we come back, catch up on all the latest action at the World Cup and how France claimed football's biggest. First break. When we come back, catch up on all the latest action at the World Cup and how France claimed football's biggest prize. Don't go away.
Drinking water gets the best out of you.
This must be one of Mother Nature's greatest gifts. But there's something else it gives us. When we see such beauty, we want to share it with those we love. That's why we want you to see it, just as we see it now. LG OLED TV.
Time now to look at sports. France has scooped football's biggest prize and its second World Cup title with a resounding win over Croatia in Moscow. The scintillating encounter was witnessed by a colorful crowd numbering tens of thousands, and several world leaders, including French President Macron and Russian leader Vladimir Putin. France defeated Croatia 4-2 in Sunday's World Cup. Here's some of the news, but before we go, a recap of our top stories once again. Advancing the National Development Plan, President Barrow will embark on his first nationwide Meet the People tour on Monday. Dozens of APRC party executives, former parliamentarians and governors have pledged their loyalty and support to the President, His Excellency Adama Barrow. And moving to contribute to the macroeconomic environment and the National Development Roadmap, bankers have convened to discuss fiscal growth. And a measles outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo has claimed the lives of 165 people since the beginning of the year. And in sports, France collects football's biggest prize with a sensational World Cup win over Croatia in Moscow, attended by several world leaders, including Russian President Vladimir Putin. That's all we have for you on this edition of the news. We'll stay with GRTS and we'll be back with you at the top of the hour, precisely at 10 a.m. for another news bulletin.